What's up, Turds? It's Sean Creo with Team Dudescent here, bringing to you another video. This time around, it's going to be a deck profile video on probably one of the most dominant decks of the format, and that would be Virus Imperial. Virus Imperial is so strong. Oh, sorry, that's my cat's tail. Virus Imperial is so strong, and honestly, I think it is crazy how consistent it can be with its searching power, with its rookies, and being able to play from trash. So I think it's a really strong contender to potentially be the best deck of the format. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I got it max paired. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and get to the deck profile. All right, starting us off with our eggs here, we have 4 of the only eggs that you can really run in this deck. It's going to be the promo Minamon. When attacking, if this Digimon is multicolored, trash 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. So this is really good for obviously getting out those floodgates. Also cycling in your trash. The only thing that's rough about it is that it has to be multicolored. So really, it's only gonna be your worm, the green purple Wormmon, your Shadras, or your level 5s or 6s. So kind of wish it was just generic, but effect and didn't have the multicolor requirement. But that's all right. Maybe that would be a little too broken. So anyways, for this Minomon, that's a promo. Next up for our rookies, we have 4 of the Searcher Wormmon. On play, search top 3, add a purple or red, free or Imperial, trash 1 card among them, place the rest to the bottom of the deck. And then if the ESS is if you have a red Digimon in play, this Digimon gains retaliation. So really good for searching, filling up your trash, and the retaliation is always nice. Sometimes comes up, but most of the time you're just using this guy to search. Now, the good thing about Virus Imperial is that it's a pretty standard list. So, I mean, there's nothing too crazy going on with the deck. It's just pure straight consistency going on here. And that shows with the next rookie. This is going to be the Vmon. So, Vmon on play, trash 1 card with Imperial in its name, a free trait from your hand to draw 2. Then the inheritable is when you have a purple Digimon play, this Digimon gets plus 2,000. So again, same thing as the Wormmon, basically just using this as a searcher, filling up your trash. The DP is actually important since your fighter mode does delete based on DP, so you may need it a lot of the time. Next up, we have 4 of the Wormmon BT16. Start of your main phase and on play. If it's your turn, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 4 Digimon card with the insectoid or free trait in your trash with the dilution cost reduced by 1. And then the inheritable is when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That doesn't come up too much. But the main reason you're playing this guy, he is so broken, is the on play and start of main. Being able to just drop this guy and then pretty much get like a Shadramon for 1 cost Digivolve from your trash, and then you get another rookie. It's really broken. It's basically like a walking Davis Ken with that combo. So really awesome card. Definitely arguably the best rookie in the deck, since you can pretty much always get into your full stack with just this 1 card and a Shadramon in trash. Next up for our last rookies, we have 2 of the BT20 Vmon. When any of your Digimon are played, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the free trait in the hand with the dilution cost reduced by 1. So that's kind of nice. Sometimes you can combo it off with, let's say, like this guy, this Wormmon, so you can get all the reduced dilutions. So that can be nice. And then depending on if you have a free in your hand. And then, of course, like I said, with the other Vmon, the DP is very valuable, especially when you're trying to delete over the very big bodies. So that's it. That's going to be 14 rookies, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2. Next up is going to be our level 4s. We're going to have 4 of the, what is this, like $100 card? The Shadramon. When Digivolving, you may play 1 Vmon or Wormmon from your trash, suspended without paying the cost. And then on deletion, it has an on deletion effect on ESS. You may play 1 Vmon or Wormmon from your hand, suspended without paying the cost. So basically, kind of the same as the when Digivolving effect. Again, this pairs really well with Wormmon when this guy's in trash. You can use Wormmon to Digivolve for 1 into Shadra because it Digivolves into Wormmon for 2. I don't know if you can see that. Wormmon for 2. Otherwise, it Digivolves into a red-purple for 3 cost. But Wormmon for 2, so Wormmon Digivolve for 1. And then you can bring back something like one of these rookies to get more draw power, or you can bring back one of these other Wormmons to Digivolve again from trash, and it's just really, really strong combo. So that's why this card's $100. Other than the fact that it's a promo, you need to run it as a 4 of. It's easily the best level 4 in the deck. Not much more to say about that. I'm going to go on to the next level 4, which is going to be Shadramon, 4 Shadramon from, was this EX3? When Digivolving, you can activate one of the effects below. Basically, you can Digivolve one of your other Digimon into level 4, red level 4 with free in its traits from your trash, or you can DNA Digivolve using its effect with another Digimon for the DNA cost. And then it has the end of turn you may DNA using this Digimon and another Digimon. So this is the one that I'm mainly going into if I'm gonna do like, let's say like Shadramon and then bring back a rookie, and then I'm gonna go into this Shadramon. That's usually what I'm doing here. Obviously the the one Digivolving effect of being able to Digivolve from trash, that can come up all the time. Also, but mainly it's the one that I'm using 99%, or 99, I shouldn't say 99% of the time, but a lot of the time is DNA using its effect to DNA Digivolve. That way you can go into your level 5 without passing turn, or I guess while you are passing turn. And then the end of turn is also really, really important in the event that you need to go straight into, let's say, your dragon mode. So that's it for those Shadramons. And then we have 2 of the XV. On play when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's 3k or less. Then if it's your turn, 2 of your Digimon by DNA into Imperial Dramon or free trait in the hand. Then the inheritable is also plus 2k. This card's really good for obviously getting rid of those rookies that are super annoying. But also in the event that, like, let's say you need to, for whatever reason, let's say circumstances are bad and you need to, like, let's say Digivolve into your level 4 into a rookie, and you don't have the means to have like another rookie drop another way to get into a rookie and Digivolve into, like, let's say this Shadramon, you can just Digivolve into a level 4 and then just hard drop this guy for 4, and because the effect is on play as well. Now I'm running this one instead of the the Sting, the purple one, because the DP gain, but also well, yeah, I guess that's the main reason. This is the DP gain. Next up, sorry, sneak peek there. Last level 4 here, we have Flame Dramon, activate one of the it's pretty much the same thing as the EX3. I'm not gonna say the full thing, except the difference is that this one Digivolves into a purple, and this one the Shadramon Digivolves into a red. The Flame Dramon Digivolves into a purple, and then it has basically the same effect. That's it for the level 4s. Now for the level 5s, we have the main level 5 beast of a card here, Dino B. So Dino B has DNA Digivolves from purple level 4, red level 4, has raid and partition. If DNA Digivolving, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with the free trait from your trash without paying the cost. Then one of your Digimon gains rush for the turn and may this is actually a rod. It should say must attack. So if you're giving something rush, it must attack. That's pretty much the idea there. And then inheritable partition. So really, really good for getting that the extra chip damage, because you get an extra swing off before you start doing your DNA plays. Obviously, partition and raid are very, very good keywords. So that's why it's the best level 5. That's pretty much it for that one. And then next up for the next main level 5 that you're going to be playing out with Dino B's effect, that's going to be Pyodramon. So on play when Digivolving for the turn, one of your Digimon gains piercing and 4k. Then this Digimon may attack. And then all turns when any of your Pyodramon or Dino B would be deleted, two of your Digimon may DNA into Imperial Dramon Dragon mode in the hand, and it has an inheritable of Sec +1. So obviously very, very good when paired with this Dino B. So this Dino B, when you DNA into this guy, you'll play out this Pyodramon most of the time. You'll give a Digimon plus 4K. Let's say you manage to keep turn, you'll probably want to give the plus 4K to this Pyodramon, and then it can end the rush to this Pyodramon. That way it can swing. You don't really care if it dies because insecurity, because of its effect. If it were to die, if any of your Digimon would be deleted by battle or would be deleted at all, you can just DNA and save it. So the reason you would want to swing with this guy, you would want to swing with your Pyodramon. If it's let's say you keep turn, so that is because you can push another swing with Dino B. So you would swing with Pyodramon, swing with Dino B, and then if they both live, you can Jogress. If they don't live, then you can just Jogress anyway using Pyodramon's effect. One thing about the Dino B I need to point out is that if you die mid-swing, like using its effect, you cannot go into another Dino B of a different stack on the same like, let's say like sequence and swing again, because technically this guy would be pending. Same thing if you were to save your stack with Pyodramon's effect. Like let's say you were to swing with Dino B were to die in security, and then you save it, you wouldn't be able to, let's say later on into the turn, go into another Dino B and swing it out. So, or even you wouldn't even be able to go into the Blitz Dragon mode and swing, because this guy's attack would still be pending. You basically need to keep turn in order for you to attack with it dying. But anyways, yeah, the two Pyodramon. Next up, we just have one of the new BT20 Dino B. On play when Digivolving, you can return an Imperial Dramon or free trait from your trash to the hand. Then it also has a protection effect. When any of your Dino B or Pales would be returned to the hand or deck, two of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Dragon mode. So obviously really good for bouncing decks. If you expect, let's say like a blast that would bounce you, this is the one that you would want to play out for protection effects. The inheritable is really nice. This Digimon doesn't activate security effects on option cards. I kind of wish it was just doesn't activate security effects in general. But otherwise, this is still a good card. I'm mainly using this as a filler for a level 5 and to be able to return one of your level 6s into the hand, because being able to return a card to your hand sometimes can come up because you might be missing a piece or two if you need to create like a second stack, let's say. So that is it for that. And then one of the EX3 Pyodramon, when DNA Digivolving, you can play a Dino B from your trash. This is pretty much just like an extra card to DNA Digivolve into. And then on deletion, you may play one Vmon from your trash without paying the cost. And then it has an inheritable of, if it's an Imperial Dramon name, Sec +1. So you're basically using this in case you don't have Dino B. You're gonna use Pyodramon as a last-ditch effort. And then you can always bring back this Dino B, and then when you Jogress, you're still going to have Partition and the security attack +1. So it's basically just an extra piece to be able to DNA in case you don't have this. If it wasn't obvious enough, you pretty much are never going to want to DNA into any of these level 5s. You're mainly going to want to DNA using either of these 5 Digimon, because that way you can spawn out a free body for like your level 5 body. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be like card dropping another stack or build up another stack, and that's just way too much to do. So, and way too much memory to give unless you're winning. So that's it for level 5s. For the level 6s, we have 3 of the old EX3 Dragon mode. This is the main Dragon mode that you're going to be going into when DNA Digivolving. Your opponent chooses one of their Digimon, deletes the rest. So really good for board clears in case they're going wide for whatever reason. Then Blitz, so you're going to be able to swing. And then it's when attacking is this Digimon gets +2K for the turn. Then you may Digivolve this Digimon into fighter mode for its Digivolution cost. So this guy is really good for obviously pushing an extra attack because of the blitz and the board clear. And going into the fighter mode, giving DP, all that jazz. The last dragon mode that I'm going to play is this new one from BT20. You can actually blast DNA using Dino B and Pyodramon. One of them has to be on the field and the other one has to be in the hand. So just keep that in mind if you're going to use this blast effect. On play when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11k or less. Then if DNA Digivolving, this Digimon may Digivolve into fighter mode in the trash or hand without paying the cost. So that's kind of where it has a leg up on this one, on the EX3, is that it can actually Digivolve into fighter mode for free. And it has a deletion effect of 11k or less. So that's kind of cool because if it's a single stack, you can delete the single stack if it's 11k or less. The only problem is obviously it has overflow. So I actually kind of wish that this one did not have the ace effect, and because that way you could just go into your dragon mode for free, and that would just be really good for memory and tempo wise. But it's nice to be able to always threaten that in the event that, like, let's say, because sometimes you are just leaving your level 5s out, because if they deal with it, then you have partitions. So sometimes it is actually better to have this out, and that way you can also tempo swing for the next turn as well if they don't answer it. So it's nice to have this as a threat, but only as a 1-up because the other one is just better since you get to swing as well. And then for the last of the level 6s, we have 3 of the fighter mode. The new one, BT20, really beautiful card. Gosh, I really love this art. Has Ray Piercing, Digivolves for 5 into red purple. It Digivolves into Dragon mode for 2. When Digivolving, your opponent can't play Digimon or Tamers by effects until the end of their turn. Then if Imperial draw on Dragon mode, then this Digimon's distribution cards trash your opponent's top security card. All turns, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, delete one of their Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. So honestly, really, really good. Prevents the effect not only prevents people from playing Digimon or Tamers by effect on their turn, but like let's say you were to swing into security and hit a Tamer, that Tamer does not actually play out because it's technically a security effect. So a lot of the time you're going to be going into this. So the combo is basically you DNA into Dino B brings up Pyil, you're going to Jogris into Dragon mode. Dragon mode is going to wipe the board except for one, and then you're going to swing. You're going to use Dragon mode's effect to Digivolve into Fighter, and then Fighter is going to delete that last Digimon that's like on the board. You're going to trash it because you're going to trash your security, and then you're going to check 2, and they're not going to be able to play Digimon by effects or Tamers. So really, really strong lockdown there. Fighter mode is honestly the really good balance between like aggression, but also its floodgate ability is very good as well. All right, next up for the Tamers, I have a different split here. So first one I'm going to go over is Matt Shida. Matt Shida, obviously really good in this deck. It's a memory setter, and then when you would trash a card, spend this Tamer to gain a memory. Works really well with this Vmon mainly. So being able to push for an extra memory sometimes is really good. Well, a lot of times is really good for keeping your turn. And then we have one Davis Ken. Davis Ken, not much to say about this card. Everyone knows how broken it is. To be able to play, like, let's say a Vmon or a Wormmon for free is really disgusting in a deck like this, where you need to have your rookies out because you're using your rookies to DNA. So you're not going to be using the your turn effect because you need to have a blue or green, but it's okay because just getting the free play from Davis Ken is really good. And then the last of these set of Tamers is going to be Battle NPC. Battle NPC, it's a memory setter. On play, you can tuck a level 3 under it to draw a card, and then start of your main if you don't have a Digimon by playing one play cost 3 or lower from under this Tamer without paying its cost to delete this Tamer. So basically, it's kind of like a Walking Davis Ken. Let's say you play Battle NPC, you tuck this Vmon underneath, you have no Digimon start of main, you can delete your Battle NPC to play the Vmon out. So again, it's kind of a different Davis Ken. I actually really like Battle NPC because it can continue your tempo on the turns that you don't have, like let's say it's something in raising to bring out. And it's nice to be able to draw an extra card and put yourself to 3 memory. So that's one thing. I wasn't sure if I want to run like 2 battle NPC. This is all honestly flex spots, whatever. This is dealer's choice. So you could, these are all flexible. So you can sub out any of these for the other one. So you could run multiple battle NPC if you want to go that route, multiple Davis Kens or multiple Matt Ishidas. A lot of people have been running like 2 Matt Ishida. I can definitely see why. I think I might do that in the future. But I like each of these cards in different situations, and it's kind of hard for me to say right now which ones I like the best. So that's it for those Tamers. And then of course you're playing a purple deck that goes from trash, so you have to run 4 Analog Youth. Analog Youth, search top 3, add a Digimon card, trash the rest, and then one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolution cards deleted, you can suspend this Tamer to gain a memory and hatch. So obviously really good combination with the deck, building up your trash. And if your Pyodramon, let's say, dies, then you don't have the protection effect, you can still keep turn and continue attacking that way. So I'm not gonna say much more about that. Analog is really good. This card probably should have been hit with the ban list. I'm glad it didn't because I have 4 alts. Next up, for more consistency, we have 2 purple mem boosts. So obviously top 4, and then you put it in the battle area. Top 4, add a Digimon, put it in the battle area. You can pop it later to gain 2 memory. Kind of want to run more of this. Again, these Tamers are all flexible, so you could theoretically cut all of these if you want for maybe more purple mem boost. You're running. I like to run purple mem boost over, let's say, something like Mist, because it searches for everything except for like your red Digimon, and the only red Digimon you can't search is going to be these level 4s and your Vmons, the other Vmons as well. But I honestly, I'm not a fan of Mist. So 2 reasons here. So it triggers me all the time whenever I'm like looking for a card, and then I'm like, let's say I trash it. I trash the card that I need. I don't want to go full tilt, so I'd rather run purple memory boost and search top 4. Also, when you're really just like needing a piece to continue your play, and I would rather have the dependability of searching top 4 than trashing 2 and drawing 1. That's the main reason for that, because let's say you're in a situation where you have this stack, and this has come up where you're in this stack, you Jogrist into Dino B, and then you have Pyodramon, but you don't have a Dragon Mode in hand. You can actually just pass turn by dropping, let's say, purple memory boost, searching top 4, and then let's say you pick up the Dragon Mode, and then you can use the Shadedramon's effect to end of turn Jogress your 2 guys and go into that Dragon Mode that you were searching for. So that has actually come up quite a bit, and that's why I would rather have purple mem boost than Mist. Last but not least, we have one Calling from the Darkness. This card is so cracked. I think the old Virus Imperial is actually the reason why. It's one of the reasons. But I remember when EX3 came out, this card is. I think that's when this card got restricted, because you can cycle your cards over and over and over again using Calling. It's very strong. A lot of the time, this comes up a lot as well. I'll have a full stack of fighter mode that had swung already, that had pop security, swung 2 checks, and then let's say they have like 1 or 2 security left. or like one security, yeah, one or two security left, I'll just do calling. And then if you have the Shadramon, you can play a Vmon or Wormmon suspended. It's really disgusting. And then you can calling, let's say, grab back this Wormmon, you play it out, and then you can just do Wormmon into Shadramon into Wormmon that plays Wormmon that would digivolve into this guy, and then you would just go into this Shadramon, and then you do the whole shindig again. So being able to loot multiple times in one turn is really disgusting. So it's probably a good idea that card stays at one. Otherwise, that's it. That's the entire deck. I'm not, like I said, I'm not running Mist because that card would really trigger me. The only changes that I would potentially make in this deck is probably, I don't know, maybe messing around with these ratios. Out of these, I think my least favorite might be Battle NPC. I'm not sure. I don't know. They all come up in different points in time, but I think my favorite is definitely this mat. I can see why people run this mat at 2. Being able to keep your turn with the Pyodramon so that you're not like stuck in that stutter effect of like, let's say if this dies, then you can't swing again. Is really valuable because sometimes that one memory that Matt gives you is enough to help keep you your turn. So that's pretty valuable. Maybe I'll go down on the amount of these Vmons that I have. Maybe I was thinking about going down to maybe like one of the BT20 so that way I could run an extra like maybe like Purple Mem Boost or something. Other than that, I wouldn't change too much of the deck. I personally feel like you need to run four of the Shadra, and obviously 4 of the other Shadra. Maybe you can change out these XVs for this Sting. That way you can search more cards off of your Purple Mem Boost. So you can do that. I just like the plus 2 KDP that actually does come up. So being able to swing and have that really big DP with your Dino B is actually pretty important. So that's pretty much it. I think I played against, what was it, like Royal Knights. Royal Knights is a really good matchup. So let's talk about, I guess, this deck into the meta. Royal Knights is a really good matchup because you're able to like set up pretty easily. It doesn't matter if your Digimon die, and you're able to basically lock them out using Fighter Mode's effect. Because a lot of time they won't be able to play their own mecha, they won't be able to play with Royal Knights of the Purge, they can't play with their Omnimon, so really good. Against Blue-Green Imperial, I feel like that matchup could go either way, but I feel like Virus Imperial would actually have the upper hand just because all of your effects would just be going off simultaneously. And then the can't be play by effect, so you essentially stop Partition and stop Davis Ken. So that's why that would be good into that matchup. Sequoia might be a weird matchup because you wouldn't get your on plays with, like, let's say Valder Arm. And then there's also Ruin Mode. But I feel like if with this deck, you can just like beat any deck just because if you have the nuts, you can just go so fast. I actually don't really like the Jesmon matchup too much because if Jesmon has the nuts, they can fully lock you up because they have like a full board of blockers that are immune, so you can't even board wipe them with Dragon Mode's effect. And then they just like go swinging for the fences and they have all that defense. But again, if you can go into your stack first, it's kind of tough for Jesmon, right? Because they can't play by effects. So it's really just a speed thing. That's another reason why, I didn't say this, but I'm considering bringing this up to 4. Fighter mode to 4. I mean, it's weird because I feel like 3 is like a good number because I see it literally all the time. But sometimes it's like I don't see it and it's like it feels really bad because I want to be able to do my combo, but I don't see fighter mode. So it's like I'm just having to wait more. And I don't know if I like that. So I can see why people would run this at 4. Right now I'm running at 3. But against those decks where it's important to establish your fighter mode out first, that's kind of like really important, you know. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys like the deck. I wish I could max rarity this deck, but these fighter, I'm not gonna pay hundreds of dollars just for 3 of these guys, maybe even 4. So I'll just max rare everything else. But Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.